Okay, welcome to another video of the Target Individual program, the Target Individual experience. So, my weekend, let me tell you. So as you guys saw yesterday in the video I posted, being targeted on the way to Pam. And I got there, stuff that was happening. But anyway, I was going to bake a cake yesterday, for her birthday, because I guess, her plans got canceled for her birthday. So yesterday I was like, okay, well, I'll make you a cake. And she was occupying the kitchen the whole day, and it seemed like she was doing it on purpose, as if she wanted me to stay, because she got up late. She got up around 12 o'clock, and she didn't wake the kids up until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, and so at 2 o'clock she's making breakfast, right? And then I'm like, okay. She's like, well, I'm doing laundry too, so I gotta wait. So but I said, by the time that was done, her doing laundry and then her having to making dinner, it was after 9 o'clock. So, and I know she wanted me to stay and the kids wanted me to stay, so I ended up staying and slept on the couch with my daughter. And so all of last night, man, let me tell you, the noise campaign was unbelievable, and then it stopped, right? Except for maybe a couple times late at night, because I didn't go to bed until after 2. But then this morning, I woke up and baked the cake. I baked the cake last night, but I was so tired that it actually burnt. So I said, okay, I'll do it in the morning. So I got this morning and baked the cake. And it's funny because this morning she was very, very nice. She woke up, I was in the kitchen doing the bake. She came, she gave me a hug. And then about an hour later, a bunch of police sirens going off. And then she started targeting me. And so, I kind of targeted her back just to see what she was going to do. And all of a sudden, she started again acting hostile. And, when she passed me in the hallway, she acting like if, she don't want to get too close to me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wait a minute. An hour ago, you just came in the kitchen and gave me a hug. So why all of a sudden you acting like this? And I said this to her. I said, why are you acting like this? Right? I said, you act like if we're enemies. I can tell you, I'm not your enemy. Now, regardless of what they put into your head, regardless of how they manipulate you. Right? Now I said, if you want to be my enemy, then that's fine. We can be enemies. Okay? So, and I told her this straight, So anyway, but this is what they do. And I think that they, I've told her this many times. I said, listen, since the very beginning, when I first met her, I said, listen, I'm a TI, and I'm going to let you know, if you're going to get involved with me, that these people are going to try to manipulate you and try to set you up and try to break us up. So I was very honest with her, and I'm very honest with the people who I meet. I let them know I'm a TI, and whether they want to interact with me or not. And if they're targeting me, then I'll target them back, and then we both get this ill feeling of we're not vibing right now because the targeting, and obviously you're the opposite. So this is what they do, and I definitely believe that they've manipulated her and set her up also, right? Because whenever time there's a police sirens, when I move by her, all of a sudden she turned and tried to treat me in a very demeaning way, so just to excuse me, my mask keep falling down. So again, and this is what was happening all weekend. There'll be periods during the day when she's acting nice, and then there'll be the sound of sirens, and within a few minutes, she starts to act as if in a very negative way and trying to say very demeaning things. For example, this morning I said, okay, she was watching her videos. She's binge watching some show. So I said, okay, you know what? Since I finished baking, I made breakfast for the kids, so I said, okay, well, let me put a load of laundry. Let me do the kids' laundry just to help her out. And she come into the kitchen, as I'm doing laundry, and she wanted to put one of her uniform shredded. And I said, you can't because it's full. So she looks in there and she's like, oh, it's too full. I'm like, no, it's not. So she get upset. She's like, that's why I hate when you do laundry and such and such. I'm like, really? You hate when I do laundry? Well, okay, I'm not going to do laundry again. Since you hate that I do laundry, So in those sort of ways, now, we were together. I did laundry. I'm the one that basically did the laundry. 99% of the times, right? I mean, yeah, she had, some of her sweaters that she had in there that wasn't supposed to be washed. I said, well, if you know your sweaters are not supposed to be dry, anything like that, hang dry, then you wash them yourself. Just like your bra, you wash your bra yourself. Okay, but I'll tell you that if I left her to do that, they would never get washed. That's why she's always buying new clothes, because again, most of her clothes is dirty, and because she barely do the laundry. I mean, she has to do it now because she has no choice now. But yeah, so I'm just like, okay, where did all of this come from? All of a sudden you don't like the way I do laundry, and you're speaking to me in this very ill way and angry way. And so I said to her straight up, I said, listen, I was doing your ass a favor. I told her just like that. I said, I'm doing your ass a favor, okay? But your ass is laying in your bed, binge watching a TV show, okay? Then I gotta hear you complain about, about the kids' laundry and how during the week you have to do their laundry because, Alyssa always changing her clothes and blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to do you a favor. And as a matter of fact, I came over here, it's my weekend to be with the kids. I said, but I also came to bake you a cake because I know your birthday plans got canceled. You know what I'm saying? So, clearly someone who, but I read something, somebody posted on Facebook, which is so true. And it says that sometimes you got to leave people alone who you do so much for but they don't appreciate it because they they hold other people in high regards, and those same people that hold in high regards don't do shit for them. Okay? And so, and I told her this yesterday. I said, that's your problem. Your problem is that you hold other people in high regards, and the people that truly care about you, you act as if, you're doing them a favor when they're the one that's doing you a favor. So, anyway, it is what it is. So like I said, and then also today, which is strange because, I have my Ankh chain. And, she was there when I got the chain, I showed it to her and she was like, oh, it's a nice chain. So why all of a sudden tonight, because I'm about to leave, she looks at the chain around my neck and goes, oh, that's a nice chain. Like she had never seen this shit before, I'm like, I know you've seen it before. I wear it all the time. I have this chain for months now. Months. Okay? And all of a sudden today you want to make a remark about my chain. Why? You think by me saying that I'm going to hide it or something like that? That's what it is, Because see, that's what they do. They manipulate people to say these things. They try to get you in a paranoid state. They try to get you in a state of which they feel that, that whatever it is that they're accusing you of and you acting suspicious, then you must be guilty of. But what they're not telling you, okay, is the psychological torture manipulation they've done to you, okay, in which anybody would act suspicious in any way. You know what I'm saying? You ever see black people getting stopped by the cop? Yeah, they act suspicious. We act suspicious because why? Because a lot of us is in fear that if we move our hands a certain way, we'll get shot. A lot of times we're nervous because we know how these things goes. It's interaction between police and black people. Does that mean that we're guilty of a crime? No. You see, this is the fallacy in what they try to do and how they try to manipulate people into these things, right? I was watching a video the other day where this dude, the cop was like, well, you look suspicious and this and that. And the guy was like, well, I ain't doing nothing. So how am I suspicious? But it just goes to show you how the idea of what they do and then try to say that you act suspicious because they've manipulated your mind. They're psychologically terrorizing you, right? And nobody who has been psychologically terrorized, psychologically brainwashed in a negative fashion will act like a so-called normal person, right? Nobody. So come on. You know, so y'all keep believing in that bullshit. Because the same how they got you thinking I'm acting suspicious is the same way when they stop your motherfucking ass, you act suspicious, okay? Or the same way if you walking down the street and you look at a cop, and because you look at him, he comes over and want to question you because he says, well, you looked at him in a suspicious way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Like, seriously. Like, you know, I gotta laugh at this shit, because when you really begin to understand how, you know, stupid people are, and I say the word stupid, and I keep saying the word stupid, but how stupid people are, and it's not their fault. It's because they're conditioned. We're all conditioned. So the stupidity is based on your condition and your programming. Okay? Because they're not going to educate you or condition you to excel in any way. Right? That's for them. They want to be the one to be on top. But they want us fighting against each other, accusing each other of certain things for the shit that they're doing. And the shit that they have done. To you, to me, to others. Right? You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that. And this is something, let me take this. Okay. Because this is something that we fundamentally do not understand because of religious belief and because the use of religion as a tool to control these people out here doing what they're doing. Right? Meanwhile, these people developing these technologies to control human beings, to further separate themselves from us because they feel that they're so special and so different, right? And they see themselves as above us. And they say, look at these little, you know, these little people out here. You know, look at how we get them, controlling them, getting them to turn on each other and you know, turn against the people who are trying to uplift them and help them. And they use religion. And they walk at these little idiots walking around here talking about Jesus love you. But in the Bible, Jesus said that I didn't come here to tell you I love you. He said I came here with a sword. If you got to follow me, you got to leave your brother, your uncle, your sister, everybody. It's in the Bible, but they don't even want to read that shit because they're so conditioned. So again, this is what's happening, and this is how we, as particularly black people, we're so separated because we don't see the fundamental psychological programming within our psyche that is embedded in our subconscious. So we don't see that. So now our families are more separated than ever. We're separate from each other. And this is how they rule people. Divide and conquer. And within the black communities, the separation and destruction of the black family, because they know it's the black family that supported huge movement when it comes to black people gaining certain advancement in this country. And they don't want that to happen again. So they're constantly using us against each other, constantly developing ways in which they can manipulate us to turn against each other. Okay? And we run around here like little zombies and dummies. Talking about Jesus love you, Jesus love you. Look at our fucking condition. You think if any God or whatever was to love his people, we put them in this condition? Come on. Meanwhile, we turn our back against our own African spirituality, our own culture in which they took. Right? And they fucking corrupted and gave us back this bullshit. And we eat that shit up like it's fucking, you know, a 5-star dinner. Like, come on. Meanwhile, our minds, our bodies, our soul is fucking corrupted as shit. We have no unity. We have no respect for each other. Right? And they're proud calling themselves Christians. And meanwhile, these priests are fucking raping boys. You look at the structures that they have, the statues of naked kids and grown-ass adults, because that's their culture. And they're not hiding it. That's why, you know, it's no surprise when you see that they're having sex with little boys, because it's their culture. And we still go to the church, and we still call ourselves Catholics. We still call ourselves Christians. This is the bullshit that we're dealing with. This is why we are in the condition that we are in, and we cannot get out of it, because as long as they can manipulate us and they can turn us against each other, we're going to continue to be like this. All right, our children is going to continue to carry on this poison mentality, and if we don't get rid of it, if it was up to me, I would ban all religion. Okay, because our African spirituality is not on religion. It's about self-improvement, loving each other, teaching each other, self-accountability, respect for each other. You know, but we following this European shit, or this Islam shit, and we constantly fighting against each other, disrespecting each other, and we can't see that. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and all right, okay.